Standard & Poor's unprecedented downgrade of the U.S. credit rating is putting consumers and investors in uncharted territory.
So here to help us make sense of it all is Roben Farzad, senior writer for Bloomberg Businessweek. Good morning, Roben.
Good morning. Roben, good morning to you. Let's start off talking about the misery index, because it seems that it's at an all-time high right now with what's going on.
Well, as far as how long they've been measuring it, it hasn't been this bad since 1983. And, you know, I don't know about you guys. I was an old man even in 1983, but times were very different back then. We're coming off of hyperinflation and, you know, Ronald Reagan and Morning in America and whatnot, and it just puts our terrible times in context.
Yeah, well, unemployment back then was, what, 10.1%? Now it's, what, 9.1%?
9.2%, but you know what? We're arguing over decimals here. In the grand scheme of things, a fully loaded unemployment rate might be 15, 16%.
But it's consumers alone. I mean, this is just, it's getting to the point where this is unnerving a lot of people out there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a consumer, where are you feeling your wealth effect from right now? Really, your home prices are down. You're not feeling safety in terms of employment. Wages aren't up. You're getting singed by prices, food prices, gas prices.
So I think what most people are wondering is, what is this downgrade going to mean for my IRA, for my 401k, and for mortgage rates?
Here's the paradox. This is the fascinating thing about it is while we're kind of getting pilloried in the global financial markets and people are like, ha, 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 you know, Uncle Sam and the Yankees are getting their downgrade, we're actually paying less and less in terms of lending. Interest rates are falling because the U.S. dollar and the Treasury still remains the reserve currency of choice. So as all this stuff happens, the Chinese, everyone else in the world plows into U.S. Treasuries, interest rates go down.
Yeah. So right now, mortgage rates are at an 8-month low, I think. Is that going to remain the case?
Mortgage rates could go down lower, but you know what? It's all academic if people aren't getting that credit. If banks understandably are more leery of extending credit after this period of what they call promiscuous lending over the past 6-7 years.
Yeah, what do you tell people, though, with their 401ks? Because I think that's the one thing that probably sets most people off. Mm-hmm. They see the market crash last Thursday down 500 points. They see what it does to their personal fortune. And with the bickering in Washington, it all kind of relates to the whole misery index on a bigger term. The people are just miserable. But what do you tell people that saw that big dip last week? What are they going to expect today?
Truth be told, if they need that money to keep the lights on, to pay the rent, they shouldn't be in the market. But if they are in this for the long haul, and, you know, I don't mean to sound like, you know, Susie Orman pounding the table on this and everything, then they should just stick to their plan. We saw the last time a panic like this was felt in the spring of 2009, which was a generational low for stocks. A lot of people sold out and were kicking themselves a year later.
What about consumer confidence? I mean, do you see any hope for people getting out shopping
I guess that's
again?
is there any consumer confidence out there?
There just isn't consumer confidence because, you know, one pillar that was working in this paradoxically was the stock market. That would help your wealth effect. It had doubled since the spring of 2009, and people were finally opening up their 401k and Roth IRA statements, and to the extent that they see more stock market volatility, to the extent that they're getting paid nothing for savings. Let's not forget about this. The flip side of interest rates being so low. Consumer confidence isn't headed higher.
How long would it take the U.S. to get that AAA credit rating back now that we've lost it?
They're tough decisions. As you know, I mean, Nancy, you follow this all the time. If Washington can get its act together and come in, and the euphemism a few weeks ago was revenue increases. Can we increase taxes? That's not about to happen anytime soon.
All right. Roben Farzad, thank you very much.
Sorry for all the bad news.
Yeah, it's all right.
We're getting used to it.
So much for the silver lining.